ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ श्रीसरस्वत्यै नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Is it hot? No, good. You need the fan?
No. Good. Yeah. I got the jacket also thinking
It's 87 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I know. Last time we felt cold here, so I.
Sit here. If far. I mean, you want a chair, please.
No.
Please.
Good. Yeah.
75 kept. AC is fine. Let me know.
That's good. Any colder and everybody else will be cold.
Okay.
Okay.
Vandana, you wanted to learn Gananantva since we are only 4. Did we do that?
Sure.
There already we learned. No? You can repeat and then Om Gananantva. Because na and then followed by tha. Nam. Instead of Gana Nam, we'll use the Anunasika rule. Gananaan tva gananaan. Because tat followed by, because tha, it is followed by ta. Anuswara followed by ta. Right? So the Anunasika varna in that row is what? Na, right? Na. Yeah. So use, instead of Gananam, use that. That is also fine.
Gananam.
Instead of Gananam, Gananantva. So when you do the Sandhi, Om Gananantva. Ganapati Gum Havamahe.
Ganapati Gum Havamahe. Ganapati Gum Havamahe.
Om Gananantva Ganapati Gum Havamahe.
Om Gananantva Ganapati Gum Havamahe. Ganapati Gum Havamahe.
Kavim Kavina.
Kavim Kavina. Kavim Kavina.
Same rule. Instead of Kavim Kavina, Kavin 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 Kavina.
Kavim Kavina. Kavim Kavina.
Mupamashravastamam.
Upanashravastamam.
It is
Upanashravastamam.
mu. I didn't. Of course, you can split. Upavashravastam is the meaning. Upama, of course. Upamash.
Wanted to learn.
Okay.
Prarthana.
No. Upama is the meaning, of course. Simile, we're comparing Upamashravastamam, the best among the kavis we are saying. But here, mu, kavinamupamashra. Because since we have split, okay. Kavin kavinamupamashravastamam.
Kavim Kavina. Upanashravastamam. Kavim Kavina. Upanashravastamam.
Om Gananaan Va Ganapati Gumhavamahe Kavin Kavina Mupamashravastamam.
Om Gananam Tva Ganapatim Avade Kavim Kavina Upanashravastamam. Tva Ganapatim Avade Kavim Kavina Upanashravastamam.
Jyeshtarajam
Jeshtarajam. Jeshtarajam.
Jyeshtarajam
Jeshtarajam. Jeshtarajam.
Brahmana
Brahmana. Brahmana.
Jyeshtarajam Brahmana
Jeshtarajam. Brahmana. Jeshtarajam. Brahmana.
Brahmanaspata
Brahmanaspatana. Brahmanaspatana.
Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata
Jeshtarajam. Brahmana. Brahmanaspatana. Jeshtarajam. Brahmana. Brahmanaspatana.
Anashunvan
Anashunvan. Anashunvan.
Anashunvan Notibis
Anashunvan. Notibis. Anashunvan. Notibis.
Anashunvan Notibis Siddhasadanam
Anashunvan. Notibis. Siddhasadanam. Anashunvan. Notibis. Siddhasadanam.
Om Mahaganapataye Namaha.
Ye Namah. Om Ganapataye Namah.
Om Gananaan Tva Ganapati Gummavamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam.
Om Ganapataye Namah. Kavim Kavina Upamashravastamam. Kavim Kavina Upamashravastamam.
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनश्रुण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां आनश्रुण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्
ॐ महागणपतये नमः
ॐ महागणपतये नमः ॐ महागणपतये नमः
Somebody wants to chant? Pudana, just try it.
त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे
Don't havamaye ganapatigum havamahe.
गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं ओके ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम्
Kavim kavinamupamasravastamam.
कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम्
Jyeshtha
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनन्
Jyeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata ana.
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनन् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनन्
Anashunvannotiभिः सीदसादनम् Anashunvannotiभिः सीदसादनम् Continue. Anashunvannotiभिः सीदसादनम् Om.
गणपतये नमः
Yes, good. Practice, we'll get it. Everybody knows, right? What is the meaning? Krishnan will tell.
I will try. You are the greatest of the Kavis.
Yeah. Gananantva. Ganas.
In the
Amongst the
Ganas.
Ganas, Gananantva, you. Ganapatigum. Ganapati. You are the Pati, right? Havamahe. Havamahe, worship. Worshipping, praying.
I am worshiping. Right?
Kaving, Kavinam. Amongst the knowers. The best one. Upamashravastamam. Tamam, the superlative degree. Upama is simile, right? Upama, simile. We're comparing, right? Amongst the knowers of the truth, Kavi, Krantadarshi, you call it. Kavi is what? One who knows the future. Even astrologers.
They don't use the word Kavi.
Yeah.
Even as a Kavi, as a poet.
Kavi is actually poet,
right?
but not in Sanskrit.
Krantadarshi. Kavi is poet also. Yeah. Kavi is poet. Yeah.
No, Kavi can say even some cannot say. That means it's a Krantadarshi.
Oh, I see.
So the best among the knowers. Jyeshtha Rajam. Jyeshtha, again the best here. Rajam, the king among Brahmanam Brahmanaspata. The knowers of the Veda. Brahma is Veda. Brahmanaspata. Na, Shrunvan Utibihi. Sida. Asida. Sit here, please come. We are inviting you. Sadhanam, take the seat. Naha, to come towards us. We are praying. Utibi. No, Utibi, protection. Utibihi means for many means of protection. Bring all those means of protection because it is Bahun. Utibihi is there, right? Plural. Shrunvan, listen to our prayers. Shrunvan, Shrunu, Utibihi, come, sadhan. Right. Good. So we finished. Oh, let's start. Om Shanno Mitrashyam Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Vritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvattaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vattaram Om Shanti Shanti Shiksham Vyakyasyamaha Varnaswaraha Valam Samasantanaha Ityukta Shikshadhyaya Sahano Yashaha Sahano Brahma Vajasam Atatassa Gambhitaya Upanishadam Vyakhyasyama Panchasvadhikaradeshu Adhilokamadesho Deshamadhividyamadi Prajamadhyam Tamahasagambhita Ityachakshade Adhadhilokam Prithvi Purvarupam Yauruttararupam Panchasvandihi Vayusandhanam Ityadhilokam Jyotisham Agni Purvarupam Aditya Uttararupam Apaskandihi Vaidyutsandanam Ityadi Jyotisham Adhividyam We did up to 3, so I just wanted to.
That's right. So your audio only up to 3.
Hey, so I didn't send.
No, we learned only with 3.
Okay.
We didn't learn
But you continue to
4 in the first 2 lines. We did, only in the 2 last.
Sahano Yash. Okay, so it. So Panchas Adhikaraneshu, right? Panchasu Adhikaranam, the locus are the fields, the 5 fields we are invoking for the sake of this Samhita Upasana. What is Samhita?
Hita, Samhita. So is that Hita related to Hita? Samhita?
Yes,
Generally.
that is the different meaning.
Yeah.
Samhita here what?
Samhita is the
Here, in this context.
In this context.
What did you talk? We also read. Was pop.
We're discussing with it.
Parasannikarsha Samhita.
Parasannikarsha.
So, Samhita is Sandhi. We are talking about Sandhi rules, right?
Right.
Parasannikarsha, the proximity of the Varnas, because of which the two Varnas come, the Purva and the Paravarna, they're proximate and they're close together. In terms of sound only, close means not physically sound. It's euphonic. Sandhi is a euphonic phenomenon, they call it, right? Sound only. So, Parasannikarsha. So, Varnanam Atishayitaha Sannidhi. Atishayita, close Sannidhi. Close, when they come close together, there is a Sandhi Karyam. There is a Sandhi. The junction happens because the closeness of the two, the previous Varna, previous means the last Varna of the previous word and the first Varna of the next word. When euphonically they come together, Rajendra, Raja, Indra. A and E together become A, Guna Sandhi happens. So that A is coming there and replacing A and E is Adesha. It's called Adesha. So the Sthani, in this case, Sthani means those that is getting replaced. Sthani, Sandhi, some Sandhi words, if you want some extra knowledge. Right? Sthani, which are the two? What are the Sthanis here? A and getting replaced. Sometimes only the one letters get replaced. Sthani is only one. But in this case, Guna Sandhi, both gets replaced. Purva and Para. Eka Purva Parayo they call it.
Guna Sandhi is same as Adesha.
This is Guna Sandhi. This example I gave. Adesha is what the letter that comes as the replacement is the Adesha.
That A in the other.
Because At Gunaha, right? Gunas. What are the Guna is a Sandhi. The definition of Guna. At Guna is a Sandhi. Adeng Gunaha is the definition. Adeng Guna. At Eng. Did you see? In what are the Maheshwar Sutra? Ayun, Ruluk, Aong, I ouch, Ayavarat. Like that it goes. So, that's why the Ach, the Swaraha are called Ach because the Pratyahara. What is the Pratyahara means? The type, right? Ayun, Ruluk, Aong, I ouch. Up to I ouch, the Cha is a it letter, they call it, the index letter. It's a very advanced, thousands of years ago, Parini gave us advanced grammar rules. Even computer science can't be advanced is modern computer science. So that Ach in the Swaraha, the vowels end there, right? So I, E, Un, that Ana is a it letter. You don't count that. A, E, U. That A, E, U stands for A, E, U, U also. And also, if you want the Pluta also, you can add. All the letters come. Riluk, R, L. K don't count because that's the it letter. It letter, index letter. Riluk. Right? Something like that. So Ach and then Hal goes up to the end. So anyway, those are the rules. So what is the Guna? Adeng Gunaha. At Eng. A, Ong. Ong, Ng, you don't count. A, O, and At, Ar, Al, At, Adeng Gunaha. So these are the rules anyway. Those studies are Sandhi. Samhita Upasana here is being prescribed for the Shishya by the Guru because they are well versed in all the Vedic chanting words because they are soaked in that kind of, right? Saturated with those words. So this Samhita Upasana. The first Samhita Upasana is, we've seen, what is it? Ah,
about the universe.
right. And they are called Mahasagamhita. Sagamhita means Samhita. They are called Mahasamhitas because the Upasya Devatas are being invoked on these letters. Letters are ordinary letters only, but they become Maha, great, because of the invocation. That we discussed, right? Turmeric is ordinary, but we invoke, it becomes great. Right? Ganesha. Okay. First one, so we are 5 upasanas using Adilokam, Adividya, Adijyotisha, the luminaries, Adividya, the field of education, Adipraja, the field of Grihastha, the progeny, and Adhyatmam, from the macro to the micro. Finally, we come to our own body. So first one, so Adi Lokam. Did you read that? We finished it, right? No, we didn't.
We did that in page 26.
Oh.
Adhilokam we read, the teaching concerning the universe. Because that's
The earth is the prior form, the heaven is the posterior form, atmosphere, Dhyau, Adhilokam, Prithvi, Purvarupam, right? So in that Sandhi situation, the Samvitha situation, here we take Prithvi as the Purvarupam, right? Dhyau as the Uttara Rupam, and Akasha is the Lokas. The Prithvi is this Loka, Dhyau, the Swarga Loka, and then Akasha, the intermediary, the Antariksha, is the Sandhihi. And what is the Sandhanam? The linking letter Vayuhu is Sandhanam. So those 4, right? It is a connection. Idi Adilokam.
So Dev is not considered to be, like they consider, sometimes they call it Sky Father.
Sky?
Means
Yeah.
the creator, right? Dev.
Dhyau is the Loka. Here.
Here it is the Lord.
Because
So when you say Purva Rupa means?
the prior letter, let's in that example,
Oh, the letter. Okay. Not about what got created first. Okay.
right,
Oh, this is all about the letter. Okay.
right,
But which letter is Prithvi is
is considered as the Purva Rupam. In the case of Sandhi, we use the, say, what in Gurudev give another example, right? Maheshwara, Rajendra, but Maha, in A is the Purva, A. In Maha, what is
in
it?
that example? But Prithvi is coming where?
Right. Prithvi itself is considered as the Purva Rupam for the sake of meditation. So you invoke, right? Prithvi as the Purva Rupam. You consider like that. Prithvi is being invoked in the Purva Rupam in the Sandhi situation. As though it is the
sky, is the
Dhyau,
Uttara
Swarga,
Rupam.
other Loka, Swarga Loka, let's say Dhyau Uttara Rupam, the next letter,
Yeah,
the
and the atmosphere is the connection.
connection. And so the connection happens, the Sandhi situation, junction.
Connection. And
The linking letter.
What is that?
Vayu Sandhanam.
Vayu is Sandhanam. The connection.
The linking, Sandhanam, the linking letter. In that case of Sandhi, A came, right? So that is an example. Here we take.
This need not be the science or anything. I think for the Upasana purposes.
Right.
That's how the rishis from the ancient times viewed this. So So, as we said last time, right? Vishalata. Meaning
Chitta
everything is
Vishala.
connected.
Mm.
So seeing that wholeness
Hmm.
is the sole purpose of this upasana. So whatever you see, you try to see that wholeness and keep your eyes, right? Your mind broad. Vishala Drishti. Right.
Universe.
Right. So really we can't apply science, or we can't say how did the rishis see that there is happening just because of these two actions. Things. More of a upasana purposes, you can see that.
Yes.
He clearly said that, Gurudev clearly explained, in those days, the Sishyas, the Antevasis, or the disciples, residing in the ashramas and serving the teacher, are spending most of the time serving, right? Doing dishes, looking after cattle, going into the fields, digging these things. So they are only exposed to these things. So for them to have that broad mindedness, to expand their mind, these kind of upasana definitely need. Otherwise, you won't get that vishalata, right? Once you go into the second life, you won't be able to see that. And also, once you are confined 12 years into this kind of environment, 12 years or whatever, you can become very narrow-minded. So,
Or in,
That is for Upasana. What I'm trying to understand, how is it connected with the grammar rule?
yeah, that
because they are also well versed in that's why the Shiksha Shastra was first enumerated, right? Just the enumerated, only the factors, 6 factors. And then followed by, since they are well versed in the grammar rules, the Sandhi situation, Sandhis, the Samhita, they call it. So that's why the Guru is prescribing, because they are well versed Uttara Rupam, Pura Rupam, in the case of Sandhis. He is using that. That's why we read that, right? But
It's an analogy, right?
Mm.
It's not a literal meaning. But at least Taittiriya Shiksha Valli,
Ah,
it's just an analogy.
it is he is asking them to invite, let's say it's invoking them, Prithvi, as though it is a Purva Rupam. That's called Samhita Upasana. Now, right now, those details are not given how we technically do it. Okay, for understanding, we should know what. We don't have to do that, of course. Don't go and do. If you want, you can, but that,
he's asking for a Sanskrit samasa or a word
Sandhi.
that has this Prithvi, Jau, and then
see.
There is a Shanti prayer. Prithvi
Yes,
Shanti, Dev Shanti.
That is
Isha
there.
But
Shanti,
applying
right?
the
That
same-
is,
applying
yeah.
in the Sandhi situation, he's saying Prithvi, you view it as the prior letter.
No letter.
Prithvi, you view that, you invoke that into that, like we are invoking into the Saligrama Vishnu. So Saligrama is ordinary stone found in that what river? Gandaki river. But you're invoking Vishnu, that's why it's becoming great there. So he's invoking Vishnu as though it is Vishnu himself. So for the Vishalata is Chitta Vishalata, because the next one is Brahmavalli. You should be prepared to receive that highest knowledge. So the Upasanas are prescribed. Visualization, visualize, that's it.
But in the olden days, that is what they did, right?
Yes.
They basically didn't have the forms and the avatars as much, right? The deities came later now for us.
Yeah.
Before that, it
Deities
was
came
only,
later.
yeah, the universe.
Yes. All the natural elements and visualization of the total upon the individual. That's why. So after this, after these, those 4 alambanams, right? We call it alamban, are vacated, and then other set of VIPs are invited to sit. Other set, right? And then like that, 5 upasanas. 4 VIPs invited. Okay, now invoked, disinvoked. Okay. So next upasana, you have to invoke somebody else. These 4 chairs, the alambanams that we have created. Uttara Rupam, Purva Rupam, Uttara Rupam, the Sandhi and Sandhanam. These are the alambanams. We are inviting, invoking these great devatas. Now you'll ask them to vacate, other set of VIPs. And then again, meditation. Okay.
I think Krishnanji, the way I am seeing it is that they know so much of chanting, they know so much of it.
Memory,
that,
it's in memory only.
So they are So just shouldn't become just about route. I mean, just the vocal. They like Kaniji said, for it to expand to a bigger meaning and a bigger thing. So try to see in this context those also. Like that, I think they started putting everything in.
That's why I think we read. Let's read. Yes. Let me read this. On the familiar structure of the compound word, here is an idea to be superimposed by the page 26. Superimposed by the Upasaka for the purpose of his contemplation. This treatment gives the student a chance to harness his naturally wandering mind into a subtle perception of the vastness of the cosmic and the interconnection between the perceived plurality in the phenomena. To any student, while reading or chanting, it is not possible to fix his entire mind upon the words of the text. The mind will naturally wander to the Guru's cowshed, or to his half-plowed fields, or perhaps into the jungle where he has to go in the afternoon to bring fuel for the ashrama kitchen. In short, let me finish this. In short, a large amount of the student's mental energy is always afloat, wandering in the other fields, except perhaps for a short time during intervals when he is focusing his entire attention on his studies. These wandering energies of the mind are being harnessed here for the purpose of concentration, and the ideas upon which they are made to wander in their very nature give an expansion and a glorious reach for the mind and intellect of the Upasaka. See, so the same. From the cowshed to the skies, from the jungle to the wide expanse of the world, from the clothes that had not been washed to the endless concept of space, and from the unfinished plowing to the concept of the atmospheric air, embracing at once the heaven and the earth into its ample bosom is indeed a glorious avenue through which the disciple's mind is made to expand into a thrilling freedom and exuberance. That's what we were discussing. Okay. Clear now? Questions? So, next. Let me go to the next Upasana. Vayusandhanam ityadi lokam. That is completed.
So the numbering is a little different, right?
Correct. Actually, we should end at 3, but since the logical end for this would be iti adhilokam, right? So we just used those 2 lines also for the ending of this. We can start from again. Vayu. Vayusandhanam.
Vayusandhanam.
Ityadhilokam.
Ityadilokam.
Athadhi jyotisham. Agnif purvarupam. Aditya uttararupam. Apasandhihi. Vaidyutasandhanam. Ityadi jyotisham. Athadi vidyam. Acharya purvarupam. Same thing. It ends here as per the text, but then it will go up to ityadi vidyam. Iti adi vidyam. That is the third upasana. The second one is atadi jyotisham. Okay. Let's chant and again go to the reading up to the end of this, all the upasanas. Acharyah purvarupam
Acharya Purvarupam Acharya Purvarupam
Antevasyuttararupam
Antevasyuttararupam Antevasyuttararupam
Vidya Sandhihi
Vidya Sandhihi Vidya Sandhihi
Pravachanagum Sandhanam
Pravachanagum Sandhanam Pravachanagum Sandhanam
Ityadi Vidyam
Ityadi Vidyam Ityadi Vidyam
Athadhi Prajam
Adhi Prajam Adhi Prajam
Mata Purvarupam
Mata Purvarupam Mata Purvarupam
Pitottararupam
Pitottararupam Pitottararupam
Prajasandhihi
Prajasandhihi Prajasandhihi
Prajananagum Sandhanam
Prajanagum Sandhanam Prajanagum Sandhanam
Ityadhi Prajam.
Ityadhi Prajam Ityadhi Prajam
No Swaritan Itya, right? Ityadhi
Param
Ityadhi Prajam
Rajam.
Ityadhi Prajam
Ityadhi
Ityadhi
Ityadhi Prajam
Ityadhi Prajam Ityadhi Prajam
Athadhyatmam
Adhyatmam Adhyatmam
Adharahanuh Purvarupam Uttarahanuruttararupam Vak Sandhihi
Sandhihi Sandhihi
Jihva Sandhanam.
Jihva Sandhanam Jihva Sandhanam
There is no fa there, right? Jihva.
Jihva Sandhanam
Jihva Sandhanam.
Jihva Sandhanam Jihva Sandhanam
Maybe by habit that fa is coming, but Ityadhyatmam
Ityadhyatmam Ityadhyatmam
Iti mamaha samhitaha Iti mamaha Iti mamaha Iti mamaha sagamhitaha.
Iti ma Iti ma
Ya evameta
Ya evameta Ya evameta
Mahasagamhita Vyakhyata Veda Ya evameta Mahasagamhita Vyakhyata Veda After ya, because of the a kara is there gap after ya, because sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi prajaya pashubhihi sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi brahmavarchasenannadhyena suvargena lokena brahmavarchasenannadhyena suvargena lokena brahmavarchasenannadhyena suvargena lokena that tiya is only alpa prana only, right? No mahaprana there. Brahma varchasenannadhye no dhyena, because it is a the and ya, not the and ya, right? No. So this is the end of the 5 upasanas. That Phalashruti also comes because Brahma Varchas he gets Suvargena Lokena, Swargaloka. Even though it is mentioned, but it is all Nishkama Upasana only they are doing. Not for that. That's just to mention, not Sakama. Because for Chitta Shuddhi, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti only. Again, we'll read once. Vayusandhanam. You want to do once you repeat. Vayusandhanam ityadhilokam athadi jyotisham agdif purvarupam aditya uttara rupam apasandhihi vaidyutasandhanam ityadhi jyotisham athadi vidyam acharya purvarupam antevasyut Rupam
Rupam
Vidya Sandhihi. Again, Dya, no Mahaprana there. Vidya Sandhihi. Pravachanagum Sandhanam Ityadi Vidyam Athadi Prajam Mata Purva Rupam Pitottara Rupam Praja Sandhihi Prajananagum Sandhanam Ityadhi Prajam Athadhyatmam Adharahanuf Purva Rupam Uttarahanuruttara Rupam Vak Sandhihi Jihva Sandhanam Ityadhyatmam Iti Mamaha Sagamhitaha Ya Evameta Mahasagamhita Vyakyata Veda Sandhiyate Prajaya Pashubhihi Brahmavarchasenannadyena Suvargyena Lokena Good. Maybe one person or two can do. Let's see who wants to do. Volunteers? Krishna, you do?
Vayusandhanam ityadhilokam adhadhijyotisham Agni Purvarupam Aditya Uttararupam Apasandhihi Vaidyutasandhanam Ityadijyautisham Athadividyam Athadividyam Acharya Purvarupam.
Okay, let's continue. And then
The next one.
next one.
Antevayas.
Antevasyuttara Rupam
Antevasyuttara Rupam. Antevasyuttara Rupam. Vidya Sandhihi.
Vidya Sandhihi
Vidya Sandhihi. Pravachanagum Sandhanam.
Pravachanagum Sandhanam
Pravachanagum Sandhanam. Ityadhividyam. Atadhiprajam.
Athadhiprajam
Athadhiprajam. Athadhiprajam. Matapu.
There is no swara there. Mata, Lord. Mata.
Just trying it.
Hmm.
Mata Purvarupam. Mata Purvarupam. Pitottara Rupam. Praja Sandhihi.
Praja Sandhihi
Praja Sandhihi.
Praja Sandhihi
Praja Sandhihi. prajananagum
Prajananagum sandhanam.
prajananagum sandhanam ityadhi prajam
Ityadhi prajam.
ityadhi prajam ityadhi
Jam.
prajam
Praveen, has he continued?
Athadhyatmam.
Athadhyatmam.
Athadhyatmam. Adharahanu urvarupam. Uttarahanuruttararupam. Vaksandhihi. Jihva sandhanam. Ityadhyatmam. Iti mamaha sagamhitaha. Ya eva metamaha.
Ya eva meta, no swara, right? Ya eva meta mahasagam hitaya. No swara up to there. Avyakya.
Ya eva metamaha sagamhita vyakhyata veda. Ya eva metamaha sagamhita vyakhyata veda. Sandhiyate prajaya.
Sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi.
Sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi. Sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi. Brahmavachasena suvargena lokena.
Last one again. Drum.
Brahmavachasena suvargena lokena.
Brahmavarchasenannajena suvargyena lokena.
Brahmavachasena suvargena lokena.
Senanna, senanna, senanna,
Nanna. Because annadhyena will come, right? Because,
So I was saying, Senanna.
senanna, వచ్చేస్తుంది సేనాన్న
Senanna. Brahmavachasena suvargena lokena. Who did it go wrong?
Correct. So,
Sen.
Lakshmi, you do the last. Athadhyatma.
Adhyatmam adharahanupurvarupam uttarahanuruttararupam vaksandhihi jihvasanthanam ityadhyatmam itimamah
Iti.
itimamahas
Iti mamaha.
itimamah sagunhitaha ya eva metamaha sagunhita vyakhyata veda sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi
Sandhiyate pra. No, up to that pra. No swara, right?
Yeah.
Sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi.
Sandhiyate prajaya pashubhihi brahmavachasena nadyena suvargyena lokena.
Good.
Even the breakup. Did I know?
Do it.
Atha now. Adhijaushitam.
Adhijautisham.
Tisham. Concerning the luminaries, Agnihi, fire, Purvarupam, prior form, Aditya, the sun, Uttara Rupam, the posterior form, apaha, water, sandhihi, the intermediate form, vaidyutaha, lightning, sandhanam, means of joining the connection. It is thus adi jyotisham, upon the light, dhyaye. One should meditate.
Even the Jyotisham also came from this only, because luminaries only. We deal with
Yes.
all those luminaries only.
That's right.
Continue.
Now concerning the luminaries or meditations upon light, fire is the prior form, the sun is the posterior form, water is the intermediate form, and lightning is the connection. Thus one should meditate upon light. Should I continue? As explained above, upon the same substratum, here is another idea regarding luminaries which emit light.
Upon the same substratum means?
The sandhi.
Those
Sandha.
Purva Rupam. The Alambanam is same, but we are inviting other set of devas.
Source of light very well known to the student is certainly fire, which becomes the prior form, and the posterior is represented by the sun, which is the source of all life, meaning here all energy. If two mutually unrelated objects are enumerated, no meditation upon them is possible, unless we are told or we come to discover a relationship between them. That connection between the sun and the fire is explained here as water, meaning the moisture in the atmosphere. Water can be converted into its vapor only through the application of heat energy. A certain amount of vapor is always present in the atmosphere, which is contributed by the heat energy from both the fire and the sun. Thus, we are told that vapor or moisture in the air is the connection between the
In the
sun.
atmosphere.
In the atmosphere is the connection between the sun and fire, which may also mean that one common factor in both of them is heat.
Continue. See that so scientific. Rishis
Mm.
are scientists.
Yeah.
Scientists, right? How did they visualize the water in the clouds as the connection between the fire here, which is that we see, and the heat in the sun? That is a connection. The water. Water doesn't mean water we see here, but there is water there. Apas. Continue.
Water vapor is thus the junction between the two. Lightning is the means of joining them. When two things are amalgamated to become one homogeneous whole, there should be continuity in their quality throughout. Two samples of sugar kept at a distance of a foot on the table cannot be considered as one whole until they are brought together. When they are together, every part of it is sugar. Similarly, the heat and the light energy in the sun and the heat and light energy in fire are separated from one another by an endless column of atmosphere. As a result of their heat, the atmosphere gets laden with moisture, and the light and heat principle, expressing themselves as streaks of lightning, connect in silvery threads the sun above and his representative below. This beautiful picture not only smacks of science, but in its totality provides a compelling but dreadful beauty, expressing light and heat in all their mighty and intensity.
Might and intensity.
Might and intensity.
So what is the Sandhanam?
Sandhanam is the lightning.
Lightning, the linking. The link between, that's what you said, right? The sun above and the representative below. Who is the representative? Agni. It is representative. Both are heat only, heat tattva, right? Agni tattva. Prakasha tattva also is there, but here we're talking about Agni tattva. Continue. Next, Upasana. Next upasana is about the learning, studies,
Hmm.
ashrama.
Yeah, Acharya.
Now, Atividyam, concerning learning, Acharya, the teacher, Purvarupam, the prior form, Antevasi, the thought or pupil, Uttararupam, the posterior form, Vidya, learning, Sandhihi, the intermediate form, Pravachanam, the instruction, Santhanam, the connection, means of joining, Iti, thus, Adhividyam, upon learning, Yaite, one should meditate. Now, concerning knowledge, the teacher is the prior form, the thought is the posterior,
Thought
form.
means the student.
The student.
Antevasi.
Hmm.
Antevasi, because he is in the ashrama, right? Antaha vasate.
Hmm.
Vasi, Anteva, another name for it.
Learning is the intermediate form and the instruction is the means of joining. Thus, one should meditate upon learning.
Using the same support for concentration, alambanam, here, the teacher is advising a new line of thought taken from the familiar field of the student's activity. It is a homely thing for every student and is very easy for him to understand when he is made to contemplate upon himself and his teacher and the relationship that exists between the two. The teacher and the students generally come to meet each other in a vibrant atmosphere of learning or studies, and the cord upon which the students and the teacher are strung together into a united whole is the cementing essence of the deep significance of the discourse given out by the teacher. The teacher invariably talks about the vision of truth that he had gained within himself, and the students are those who want to experience sympathetically the same vision, if not in actual experience, at least for the time being, in an intellectual appreciation. Thus, a drizzling atmosphere of mental unison is maintained in the halls of learning when the students crowd around the teacher and honestly strive to gather for themselves knowledge and wisdom from the teacher's mouth.
So here in the, what are the four?
Teacher, thought,
Pravachanam,
Is the sandhanam. The linking is, of course, the instruction, what the teacher is teaching, right? The acharya. That vidya is the junction. Sandhi.
So posterior form is teacher and the thought is the
Yeah, teacher is the Purva prior form.
and the thought
Student,
is
Antevasi is the
student
Uttara Rupam.
Uttara Rupam.
The
Is it
Sandhi is
because
Vidya.
the student is going to become a teacher.
No, these are the Sandhi situation. They're visualizing these four.
What is connecting the teacher and the student is the Vidya.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that I know, but why the teacher is
Because
called
Of
as
course,
the
teacher,
first
of course, is the first. In that,
Teacher,
even if you
because
take
the
it,
teacher is older, teacher is before the student.
Before, okay, before.
Purva is
from-
before.
literally also, and of course,
The student will become a teacher also, right?
Right.
yeah, you can say.
Then his
Yeah,
student
the
is
student will become.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Acharya, Devasi, Tara, Vidya Sandhi, Pravachanagam, Pravachanam, Sandhana. You know what Acharya? You know the definition of Acharya? They give it, Achinoti Shastra, collects all the Shastra that are required. Achinoti. Acharya Stapayatyavi, establishes the Achara. Acharya Stapayat.
Acharati,
Swayam Acharati.
Acharati,
Swayam Acharati. He also himself
practice.
practices it. Swayam Acharati.
Makes
Yasmat.
others.
Tasmat. Acharya Uchyate. It is the definition we see Acharyas give. Acharyas give the definition of Acharya. Acharya. Yeah. So another two more, the Praja and Adhyatmam.
Adhyatma.
Finally our own body. The jaws are taken. The lower jaw, the upper jaw is taken. Hanuman. Because he has a distorted jaw, right? It's called Hanuman.
What is Hanuman?
Hanu means jaw.
Jaw.
Because because the fall, the upper
No.
jaw is distorted, kind
Because
of
of
broken.
Indra.
Indra
Yes.
gave
Yes.
the
Yeah.
thunderbolt, right? Because he was holding the sun in his mouth. So that is why the jaw got distorted. So the name was Hanuman.
So on these they are invoked. Ordinary things only. And so
No, this is very good.
Hmm.
There's a lot of logical deep
yes.
thought that they have put in.
Yes. Finally on the body, our own body. Deho Devalaya Prapta. You know, right? Devo Devas Sanatana. Chijed Ajnana Nirmalyam. Tuham Bhavena Pujayet. It is next line, right? So even in Rudram, Ayam me hasto Bhagavan, Ayam me Bhagavattara. You remember? Rudram only. Ayam me
Yeah.
Bhagavattara. Vishwabe. So even the hands which have touched Shiva have become so sacred. Bhagavattara, very sacred. His Vishwabheshajam is here. Cure for all illnesses. Okay. And questions? Fine. Good. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. If there are any deficiencies, that Om Tat Sat will remove all that. In chanting, it's